The summer concert series has resumed following a brief break for the 4th of July holiday. Raquel and the Wildflowers took the stage Thursday night at the Coon Rapids Dam. The band out of New York, which formed in 2019, blends the sound of country music with a rock and roll drive. If you missed the concert, watch for it in the coming days on our CTN community channel on cable. 5 more concerts remain this summer. July 14th, Eric Christensen and his support group play the blues. On July 21st, it's the New Orleans brass and jazz sounds of the Dirty Shorts Band. And on July 28th, a little polka with the Shimoleski Funtime Band. Moving to August, on the 4th, Ecuador Manta plays Latin Fusion, and the concert series concludes August 11th with the Revolution 5, a Beatles tribute band. Here's a quick recap of the Tuesday, July 5th City Council meeting. The Coon Rapids Police Department officially welcomed its new leader this week.
I, John Stanky.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
On Tuesday night, John Stanky was sworn in as the next police chief of the CRPD. Stanky grew up in Coon Rapids and has spent his entire law enforcement career with the department, first as a community service officer back in 1993, and most recently as a police captain. He calls it an honor and privilege to be trusted to lead the police department into the future.
I think you all know I love this community and I love our department. I work in a law enforcement utopia. For an agency staffed by the hardest working, most honest and ethical officers in the business. They make it easy to lead.
Stanky says the level of trust and support that the police department receives from the community and elected officials is second to none. The police department has been successful in receiving a grant from the U.S. Department of Justice. The grant totals $24,000 and will be used to purchase protective vests to enhance officers' safety when encountering civil unrest, training helmets to be used by officers during simulated firearms and active shooter training, and PET scanners to read implanted microchips found in lost animals. The primary election is now just 1 month away, and election judges are still needed. On Tuesday night, the City Council approved the appointment of election judges and set the salary at $11 an hour for regular judges and students, $13 for assistant head judges, and $15 an hour for head judges. If you are interested in becoming an election judge, contact the city clerk's office. Training is provided. And that's a quick recap of the July 5th City Council meeting. As always, you can find the full meetings on cable or the CTN Coon Rapids YouTube channel.
Some of us have been here since 7 o'clock this morning.
The North Star Lions have put in some long days to set up their concession stand. They even recruited help from firefighters to get the big top tents anchored and in place for this weekend's 4th of July celebration at Boulevard Plaza.
It's a lot of waiting for deliveries and stuff, but it's a nice day. We're glad to be out here.
This is our initial order for this year's event. There's 80 cases of water, 160 cases of pop and juice, and we still got 160 cases of ice cream coming in.
The Carnival Midway stands ready for fairgoers with food booths and amusement rides like the Ferris wheel and Kamikaze. The city hauled in garbage cans and picnic tables to prepare for what will be the 3 biggest days of summer in Coon Rapids.
The weather's going to be fantastic, and we're going to have lots of beer and lots of music and fun. The car show, the parade, and we hope everybody comes out.
The 4th of July celebration kicks off at Boulevard Plaza on the grounds of the Coon Rapids Ice Center on Saturday, July 2nd. The carnival starts at noon and the car show at 5 o'clock. And from 6 to 10 p.m., there will be live music from the Castaways. On Sunday, July 3rd, the parade starts at 1 p.m. New this year, it's the Coon Rapids High School all-class reunion from 5 to 10 p.m. And from 6 to 10 p.m., enjoy live music from the City Knights Band. Then on Monday, July 4th, the Firecracker 5K starts at 8 a.m., followed by the Kids Sparkler Dash at 9:30. From 6 to 10 p.m., the Rockin' Hollywoods take the stage, and the big fireworks show at 10 p.m. For details on the celebration, log on to the city's website, coonrapidsmn.gov.
So the main mission of the retail cops position is to build relationships with the businesses.
Officer Josh Percola has been on the retail beat at the Riverdale Village Center for just over 2 years.
Theft is our #1 reported crime here in Coon Rapids, so being able to be up here and be on top of it and know the people that are going to be calling 911, it really helps build that trust.
After morning roll call, Officer Percola comes to this new Riverdale Police Substation, a space donated by CentraCorp, which took over management of Riverdale Village 2 years ago. In between paperwork and calls, he helps train store managers, loss prevention officers, and employees.
We also do risk assessment in the businesses, so we talk about cameras, we talk about what to expect when you call the police.
It's been a wonderful situation for everybody.
Senior Property Manager Ryan Burke says the police presence in Riverdale is valuable, with around 1 million square feet of retail space. But the relationships that have come from this partnership are priceless.
They've appreciated the space, we've appreciated their presence, and it's really come together and tied the knot for a great relationship so far.
The police department recently assigned a second officer along with a police detective to their retail crime prevention team, and it's paying off. Earlier this month, both officers from the unit were assisting on a traffic stop when they noticed clothing with the tag still on. It was determined the items had been taken in a shoplifting incident in Riverdale.
We're just really excited to have a proactive management group up here. We believe, much like CentraCorp does, a thriving retail market in Coon Rapids is vitally important.
As new businesses open in Riverdale, officers will continue to make the rounds to make sure both would-be thieves and store employees know the police department isn't too far away.
Once we're starting to go to these businesses, they're like, oh yeah, it's great, we're so happy to have you up here. And that really just helps facilitate that conversation of, what can we do to help? Because we want businesses to stay, and we want people to feel safe, and we want customers to feel safe.
You can see the guard bees will check every single bee that comes in and out of this hole to make sure that they belong in the hive.
Coon Rapids resident Jennifer Pelton has been keeping bees for years.
What we like to see is a nice uniform build like this.
A hobby she first learned from her father growing up.
I really enjoy being outside and just, being in the hive and smelling the hive. It's just something I really enjoy.
This week marks Pollinator Week across the globe, a time to celebrate the valuable services which bees and other pollinators provide to global health.
Honeybees are pollinators, but what I like about beekeeping is it encourages people to see bees as just gentle, safe creatures that they are. They're not like hornets or wasps.
Pelton is one of 2 volunteer beekeepers involved in a pilot program with the city of Coon Rapids.
So here's a white ring outside of the pupa, and those are larvae. Those are the baby bees.
There are 2 test hives on city-owned property. The city's sustainability planner, Olivia Doro Hovland, leads the project.
So we're bringing staff out to see how the hives behave. We're doing research into what other cities allow for when it comes to beekeeping.
Here's some new wax being built out. And right now they are just storing nectar in there, which will turn into honey.
Coon Rapids does not have a beekeeping ordinance, although there's been increased interest among residents to keep bees.
And then at the end of this year, we'll decide what we want to do moving forward.
For years, Coon Rapids has increased habitat for pollinators with native prairie restoration projects in a number of parks and other sites around the city.
If you are interested in helping pollinators, one of the first and easiest steps you can take is to plant pollinator-friendly plantings in your yard. You can start with just 1 flower pot, put a few different pollinator-friendly plants in there, and go from there.
And don't be afraid of the big fuzzy bees.
For more information on how you can help pollinators, check out the city's website, coonrapidsmn.gov/pollinators.
Here's a quick recap of the Tuesday, June 21st City Council meeting. Voters in one Coon Rapids precinct will be casting their ballot in a new location this fall. On Tuesday night, the City Council adopted a resolution naming Northdale Middle School as the new polling spot for residents in Ward 5, Precinct 1. Those residents previously voted at First Baptist Church, which has since been sold. All registered voters in Ward 5, Precinct 1 will receive a postcard in the mail about the change. The city has entered into a joint powers agreement with Anoka County for a safety improvement project on Northdale Boulevard in front of Coon Rapids High School. One of the biggest components of the project will be the relocation of the existing main crosswalk further to the east to better align with the high school's new main entrance and the stadium. Other plans include making the crosswalk at Wren Street on the west side of the high school more visible to traffic, adding speed limit and speed display signs in the school zone, as well as some sidewalk improvements at the driveway exit of the school onto Northdale Boulevard. The project is planned for the summer of 2023. City leaders and staff are bidding farewell to Police Chief Brad Wise. Wise, who's been with the department since 1995, is retiring at the end of this month. He spoke Tuesday night during his final appearance at a City Council meeting.
The support that has come from this City Council, this present group, and previous iterations of the same group, I've felt it personally. I felt the support of the citizens, all of which helps strengthen our police department and builds morale and makes my job a lot easier.
Council members took turns thanking Wise for his service and dedication to the citizens of Coon Rapids. And that's a quick recap of the June 21st City Council meeting. As always, you can find the full meetings on cable or the CTN YouTube channel.
Summer fun has begun. The city's Rec on the Spot program has kicked off this week. The program is free and gives kids ages between 5 and 14 a chance to play outdoors and soak up the sun. Since 2019, Rec on the Spot has given kids opportunities to participate in a wide variety of activities. With the high turnout the program is seeing, city leaders are pleased with its success and excited for what the program can grow into.
I'd say this is kind of the highlight program that I've done. I've been at the city for 15 years, and a lot of what I do is I do adult softball and I do other programs. But being able to really engage and get kids into the program that might not necessarily be able to afford or have the resources to get into a pay-for program, this is a great opportunity. Always looking to grow things, do a little bit more enrichment stuff, and maybe have some special days where we might have police or fire or public works or somebody come out and share a piece of equipment with the kids.
Rec on the Spot visits 5 parks throughout the week and runs all the way through August 11th. For more information, visit the city's website at coonrapidsmn.gov.